Keeping the jersey or a slim hope?
Yeah, I'm a very, very tiny, slim hope. Maybe you never know how a race unfolds, but yeah, I only see a chance if I'm in a big break. But then still, there will be climbers way stronger than me on the final climb. So I'm happy to wear it for another day, and then we'll hand it over to someone else.
Do you have plans for your GC guys then today?
Yeah, sure. It's our main objective to have Sepp and Kian in a good position after today's stage.
Has it been easy not winning for a winner for 6 months?
No, it was not easy. Not only about not winning, but it was for sure not an easy 6 months. And yeah, I was really eager to win again, and that's also why I felt really good yesterday to finish it off.
Do you think there'll be more here?
I believe, yeah, the legs are good, and yeah, there's opportunities to come. So for sure we keep on trying, but yeah, fortunately it's already one in the back, and that's yeah, that's really great.
Thanks.
Hey, good morning. Is this one of those days you're looking forward to after a few days that maybe didn't suit the best of your abilities?
Yeah, we had a few stages, TT, obviously Pamplona, and then 2 sprint days. So yeah, been good to get through. But yeah, it's boiling hot today, so not sure how I feel about that, but at least we're climbing, so.
No, for a British rider like yourself, it's not the best of conditions. UAE has this team similar to Jumbo-Visma last year that could afford to send one of your star riders up the road in the early moments. Is that perhaps some of the thinking? Can you give some insights?
I think it all depends. It's going to be a hard start with 2 big climbs at the start, and then I think, yeah, the GC is still close now. There must be, I'm not checked, but there must be 100 guys within a minute. So it's all still to play for, and yeah, you can't control 100 guys. So for sure, it's going to be a big mess. And yeah, if it gets messy, then for sure we send some guys up the road.
What's your reading on Primoz Roglic coming into this Vuelta?
Yeah, he'll be good. I think he did a good TT now, and the last couple of days I've seen he looks alright. So yeah, I don't think he would be here if he wasn't in decent shape.
So he's the man to beat.
Yeah, always know when it's Vuelta of España, he's always the man to beat. He's won it a few times already. Yeah, he knows how it works. He knows how to win, and yeah, for sure today will be a tough one to beat.
And just finally, I think you're expecting a baby soon. And how much energy do you have after the Vuelta, and also you're thinking about the family in the future as well?
Yeah, I should have about 2 weeks after. Should be due. So yeah, not much time, but now I'll get through this first, and then worry about that after.
You have energy.
Yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, my wife, she's pretty tired now, but yeah, only 2.5 weeks now, and then a bit of rest.
Thank you.
Nice one. Cheers.
Jack, what are we looking at here today? This is where the Vuelta starts to get real for a lot of riders.
Yeah, I think today will be a bit of a decisive day. It's only really steep for maybe 2 kilometers. So I don't expect there to be crazy gaps. I don't expect the Vuelta to be decided today, but we'll definitely get a good sense of who's on form, which teams want to control the race, and how the coming sort of 2.5 weeks will look. I think we'll know much more about the Vuelta on Sunday.
How are you in this super domestique role? How do you need to ride for Tiberi?
So I actually haven't done too many races with Antonio. I'm still trying to learn a little bit how he likes to race. I've done quite a few more races with Santiago Buitrago, and I really enjoy working with him. And I think there'll be a bit of a learning process that happens during this Vuelta a España, but in the end, the role doesn't change too much. It's just all about trying to help him as much as possible, make sure he has all the necessary food, water, and especially in these conditions, the ice, and making sure he's not getting too hot, and then let him do the business.
In terms of team tactics, do the teams all look to Primoz's team, Red Bull, to take it up, even though Visma has the jersey?
Yeah, I think Red Bull is maybe one of the more dominant teams here, but I don't think you can play down UAE. They have so many numbers that they don't have maybe a team to control as such, but they have so many numbers they can play many different cards. So I think they'll have a bit more of a sort of wild card play that they can try to send someone up the road early, try attack here and there, whereas I think Red Bull is here mainly for Primoz.
Who would they send up the roads? Similar to what Visma did with Sepp Kuss last year. Who would UAE do?
They have about 6 guys they can do it with. They've got Sivakov, Soler, McNulty, these guys that maybe aren't here like Almeida or Yatesy, who are probably here purely for GC, whereas you have those guys, and even Del Toro, Isaac.
Perfect. Thank you, Jack.
No worries.
Well, it's about ready to get real today, Ben. What's your assessment on how things are going to change by the end of the day?
Yeah, it's a harder stage just because of how hot it is, to be honest. So
That's not going to change over the next week either.
no, I wish they did the course the other way around. I feel like that would have been safer for everyone. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see how it goes on this steep climb. It's quite a fast run in as well, and obviously lots of guys will be pretty keen to give today a crack. So it'll be a little bit messy going into the climb, but yeah, hopefully I can be on a good one.
Jack Haig says there's only about a couple of meters that or kilometers that are very steep overall this climb. What would you say?
Yeah, same thing. It's pretty much a preload of 10 k's going into it, and then 2.5 kilometers super steep before a normal kind of finish. So you obviously know where the damage is going to be done, but I think it's kind of one of those ones where you have to just ride at what you think you can do. Yeah.
Do you think Wiesma will control it, or the teams are going to look towards Red Bull and Primoz?
I think UAE will ride. I might be wrong, but I feel like there would be someone who'd be pretty keen to go. I don't really see why Jumbo, with only one guy, need to ride. I know Wout's in the red, but yeah, I'd be surprised if they ride today. Maybe just honour the jersey, but in the end, UAE, when you have two really good GC guys, it kind of comes down to you sometimes. Maybe Movistar also, you never know. Enrique's always super good in Vuelta, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's there too.
We'll see you at the finish. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
Just interesting scenario with the GC being so close from each other and this mountain stage of La Vuelta. How are you going to face it as a team?
No, we are riding as a GC team, so of course we're going to stay right up there. But as you say, everybody is so close in GC that it's a great opportunity for somebody to take the red jersey. So we are not going to be afraid to put somebody in the break.
Are you going to ride offensive today? Because you are very close to Primoz Roglic to take that red jersey or maybe a stage victory as well?
No. I'm going to save myself as much as possible. It's a long race and I don't think the Vuelta will be won today.
So you think it's going to be a chance for the breakaway?
Yeah, for sure, I think so.
Let's see what happens, because in motorcycling you know that there are full of surprises. Thank you so much.
In the Tour de Suisse, you had Almeida and Yates giving you a hard time. Do you kind of expect more UAE troubles here in the Vuelta a España?
Of course, with the team they have, it's hard to not expect some hard times. But I feel better than I was in Swiss. I don't know about Yates or Zhao, but I guess we'll have the first indication today.
Do you think it's up to them or Red Bull to control the race?
Yeah, for sure. I think they are much bigger favorite than us, so it's not our responsibility.
Good luck, man.
Thank you.
This mountain jersey in Portugal, and now I have 9 points. Yes, for sure, a lot of mountains already, but I try to do my best if the legs are okay.
What are the keys today to do well?
Today is a really hard day with really hard weather, warm, with steep climbs. I think we can see a lot of difference in the GC contenders.
And for a guy like you that maybe wants to get points in the beginning, how do you make the breakaway today?
Yes, I hope to try in the beginning, and we have 2 climbs with a second and first category, and if I take the points in the second category, I keep the jersey. I will try.
You have a long history with La Vuelta. I remember talking to you with your foundation, the trees. How is it to finish your career like this?
It's the best scenario for me. I never can imagine to have this long career, and finish here in La Vuelta is really special for me because it's my race, and I'm really happy. And I try to enjoy every kilometer, every interview, every moment with my mates, with the other guys. I'm really happy.
What is your approach? Are you a tactical guy or you're an emotional guy when you ride?
Emotional guy, for sure.
And how does that help you, or maybe sometimes hurt you?
Yeah, for sure.
And lastly, being the Lynx of Marbella, you must know how to cope with the heat. Can you tell us, Scandinavians, what is the key to adapting to the heat and to ride well on a day like today?
It's not way when the weather is like this. Not way to adaptation. Only keep the mind concentrated and a good hydration. It's all.
So no secret for me.
No.
Good luck.
Matthew, you happy to be lining up here in the Vuelta a España. I mean, it's another big tick in your career to be racing here and to check this box.
Yeah, for sure. Really happy, excited. It's on paper a really hard race, so a lot of mountains, a lot of climbing. I think it's good for me, good for the rest of the team. So yeah, happy to be here.
I think really in the Tour de Suisse this year, a lot of people began to become familiar with your name. How big was that ride for you in the Tour de Suisse this year?
Yeah, really big. I think it was definitely a step up in terms of results, and gave me a lot of confidence going forward. And yeah, it definitely was a good race for me.
What kind of team does Israel Premier Tech have here? Because it's quite a good mix with Michael Woods, yourself, and of course Riley Sheen's in the team. I mean, what's the objectives here, and how much space are you going to have for the GC?
Yeah, we've got George and Mike and me for the GC. I think at least for the start of the race, it's a good position to be in. To have three guys who are really good on the climb, so we'll use that to our advantage, I think, and just take the race day by day and see where we are, and then go from there. But definitely we have three really good guys for the climbs. Yeah.
In terms of the rhythm of a 3-week race, what did you take away from the Giro last year?
Just to take it day by day. It's a long race, a lot can happen, and I think really not panicking too much, and just knowing how long the race is important, and staying calm, and just
In terms of like the summit finishes here, 9 summit finishes, and we have our first one of those today. Is that a bit daunting? 61,000 meters of climbing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the more climbing, the better for me, and so I wouldn't say it's too daunting. So I look forward to the climbing. But it's definitely a hard race, especially the heat today. I think a lot of guys, everybody's going to suffer. It's just who can suffer the most, really. I think today it's going to be hard.
Matthew, is this like waking up on Christmas morning today? I mean, we have one of those hard, serious stages in front of us. What can you tell us? What do you predict?
I just predict a really hard race. I think, like I said, with the heat and the elevation gain, it's going to be really, really hard. I don't know if it's quite like waking up on Christmas morning, but for sure I'm looking forward to today.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.